Good morning, Grand Rising, good morning, mourners. Now, jokes aside, enough is enough. Sunday service. You seem to like religious days on a Sunday. Fake lies. Now, why do you need a doctor? To make you well. Okay. Who employs the doctor? The pharmaceutical companies. It's a mass industry of a money-making scheme. You don't need a doctor to give you zombie pills. Those pills are just masking a bigger problem of why are you in fear? What is wrong with you? Why have you got anxiety or depression? Mental health. Because of your government who are programming you, go and study the MK Ultra program. We're all programmed from birth. They program you, television, movies, music. It's a big scam. Nobody on the planet should have cancer. Unless you're poisoned by your water, poisoned by your food, poisoned in the mind. The Amazon jungle has 3 plants that can cure cancer like that. Yes, they have. And the scientists know they have. The pharmaceutical companies don't want us to know that as humanity, because why? If there was no cancer, well, they'd run out of a job. You wouldn't need a doctor, not that kind of doctor. They've turned your witch doctors, voodoo, hoodoo, Dr. Dodos into the things to be feared from, because they've turned it into the dark occultism of demonic demology, democratic kind of behaviour. They have lied to you since birth. They've lied to me since birth. This has gone on for generations of brainwashing. They're using your own religion against you. Yes, they are. The Bible, King James Bible, was rewritten by King James to suit his narrative, because he was fearful of the witch people, apparently. What are the witch people? The people who speak the truth and who are right. Because man-made religion, organisations, corporations want to make money off of you. How do they make money off of you? By your consumerism, of your consumptionism, of your Pac-Man mentality. You'll eat anything up of the gigabytes that they sell you. You're brainwashed. This is why I am here for the great awakening of humanity. Because it's time to wake up. You are being lied to. Ask the G7 what they did in Cornwall during COVID. Nobody was allowed to travel. You weren't allowed to see your mother in the care home because she would die. It was save the elderly. Clap for the NHS. Yet all your governmental leaders from around, this is a worldwide problem, it's not just an English thing. Worldwide, all of the leaders met in my place where I'm born, Cornwall, for a G7 summit meeting in the middle of COVID. Now that you need to wake up and question. Another thing I'm going to tell you a fact of is, because yes, I am native, original ABBA. I'm an old soul. I have been reincarnated many times. You might not believe that. I don't care whether you're religious or spiritual or not. This is an ethical, humanitarian issue. Nothing to do with religion, nothing to do with spirituality now. It's gone beyond that. It's even gone beyond that now. It's a humanitarian issue. Who's trying to kill me? Who's stopping me having any food, any money? Why am I not getting the proper help that I need of people who should be helping me? Governments let me down. Why? Because they know who I am and they don't want change. They want to keep brainwashing you and keep lying to you. I was a carer. I am from Native American roots. I just look white. Very cleverly done this time. You can't argue with me and say, oh, it's because she's a native or she's African or she's this or she's that. You can't. White people. Nazis. You can't argue with it, because I am you. Look at me. I was born in the UK, apparently. Ask the government to tell you the truth. Who am I? Where was I born? And why are they lying about everything about who I am and who I need my identity revealed, government? Why are you hiding me? Hidden from who? In plain sight. Why? I tell you what your government did. I was a carer. This is a true story, no word of a lie, not a conspiracy theory, it's not made up, not read it somewhere, not just anything. This is truth of what your government have done to you. True story. I'm working in the care system. I'm a carer, 1-to-1. Means there's 20 people, say, in the care home. I'm looking after just 21 altogether. 20 of them are being looked after by 5 other carers. I'm looking after one who's the most violent, Alzheimer's, aggressive, uncontrollable. I have to control this guy by myself. He attacked me daily, verbally abusive, very abusive, serious mental order of Alzheimer's disease. Not a problem, I'm hard. Can handle him, no problem. About 6 foot. 3 years I was there. Before COVID, during COVID and after COVID. Now, I've seen what your government did. Your government, because I'm not calling them my government. I'm not being owned by these people. I'm now above the law because I am anointed, if you want to do your religious stuff. Which means I'm chosen by your God, who you're worshipping, to come down here and speak the word of truth. Yet here they are, I'm still being ignored by your religious leaders and by your government. They're not mine. I don't own them people at all. I don't know who they are. Well, I do know they are the demonic Democrats. So, I'm working in the care home. Big 2-story building. Upstairs, downstairs. No problem. I'm working downstairs with my guy who's in the corner room. He's there. He has a routine. He's severely violent. If you take him out his routine, he'll attack you more, and it's horrendous. Everybody suffers if he's not got his routine. Everybody in the care home suffers. He throws things, smashes things, bangs on walls. Horrendous. We're in the middle of COVID. Nobody's allowed to visit their grandparents or their mothers. Nobody's allowed in or out the building unless you're masked up, unless you are signing in, signing out. Every day we have to do a test up the nose. This is Egyptian, by the way. You need to research what they do when they shove stuff up your nose. We'll get into that later. So, COVID alert, we're all going to die. Oh my God, fear, fear, fear. It's flu. We had that in Spain, in the Spanish Inquisition. It's flu. They're trying to... It's nothing new under the sun. It's just flu. You're not going to die. You are going to die if you're being told and programmed, and then you fear, and then you die of something else completely. So I'm working in COVID. We're all having to wear masks. We're all having to, don't do this. You can't have the parents in. You're not allowed to do this. Wash this, wash that. Okay. Serious. Everyone's going to die. Okay. So I take 2 days off work to rest because during COVID, ask any healthcare professional, it was a nightmare. We were drained, we were overworked, we were underpaid, and we didn't have enough PPE equipment. No, we didn't. Not in the UK, we didn't anyway. I can only speak for the United Kingdom. I'm only working in the United Kingdom. Ask any care professional, they will stand by me and they will agree with exactly what I'm saying. Overworked, underpaid, and it didn't make sense. So I can't do this, but I can do that. You don't want me to do this, but I'm allowed to do that. So I take 2 days off from the care home. Lindisfarne Care Home, County Durham. Multi-million organisation owned by a billionaire Indian guy, whose family are running the pharmaceutical companies who are paying with the BPI equipment. Runs half of the northeast of England. He's taken over. Yes, he is. Works with the Arabs from Dubai, by the way. It's all a money-making organisation scam. So then, I take 2 days off work, bearing in mind everybody's all in their rooms, you're not allowed to mix the clientele with the clientele, you've got to be very careful because we're all going to die, mind COVID, we're all going to die. You remember COVID, clap for the heroes on Thursdays. It's a terrifying thing, everybody's terrified, we're all going to die. I couldn't see my mother, you can't see your grandmother, you're not allowed to the shop, you had to queue to go into the shops, remember, at Tesco's, you weren't allowed to touch anything, talk to anyone, it was horrendous. They were isolating you, separating and dividing everybody. Yeah? It was horrendous. Remember. 2020. COVID. So I take 2 days off from the care home. Everybody's downstairs, everybody's all happy, everybody's upstairs, all happy. I go back in. Where's my client? Oh, he's upstairs, we moved everyone. Why? What they've done is they've moved everybody who was downstairs, squashed everybody upstairs into the care home. Care home used to be, it's a nursing care home, so you're basically 2 to 3 years tops, you're going in there to die. It's a morgue, a living morgue. Nursing care homes are there you nurse people until their death. It's an awful place to work in. It's horrendous, actually. It's like, I've never seen anything like it in my life. This is not how you should treat the dead, but that's up to you, whatever you do in the Western world. It's not my problem, really. So, everybody got moved from all the rooms, charging £500 to £600 a month for the rooms, or a week, sorry, for the rooms, a week. Everybody is moved upstairs, squashed into all the bedrooms. There's not enough room in the sitting room for everybody to be having a meal. So they're then hemmed in their rooms 24 hours a day, staying in their rooms, underloved, undercared, undernourished, and left to sit in shit more than they should do, because there's not enough carers to go around in the rooms to check everybody, and they're all upstairs. Why have you moved my client, who is severely Alzheimer, problems with aggression? It was a nightmare. He attacked people, he threw things at people, everybody was living in hell. So why is everybody then upstairs squashed in? Not enough room, and nobody's family knew about this. Why? Because the families weren't allowed in the care home. You're not allowed to say anything, keep everything hush-hush. Everybody's not allowed, nobody's allowed in, nobody's allowed out. Not a problem, we still had no COVID in the care home. Up until this point. We managed to keep COVID out of the care home. We did a really good job as a caring system in Lindisfarne. Nobody had the flu. I say flu, you would say COVID. Okay? Why is everybody upstairs? Why is he squashed in? Why is he been in his room for 24 hours? Why can't he come out of his room? There's not enough room in the sitting room, cat. Right, okay, so we're just going to leave these people in the rooms like this all the time? Well, yeah, there's nothing we can do. This is what the boss says we've got to do. Catherine, you're just going to have to do as you're told. There's nothing we can do. You just put your mask on and shut up, man. Everybody knows you just do as you're told. Why are you being awkward, Catherine? Well, because I've just gone in his room and he's covered in shit. Nobody's looked after him. Why is this happening? Well, everyone's moved upstairs in this big 2-story building. What's happening downstairs? Oh, well, the government decided, and the boss of the care home that I was working in, can only speak for myself, the boss decided he would help the government out. Help the government do what? Well, all the rooms downstairs, everybody who's in hospital, who's got COVID, but it's too serious to go home in case they infect their families. Listen to what I'm saying. These people are coming from emergency care in the ICU, in hospital. They can't go home to their wife or to their husband or to their children because they might kill them because COVID's so serious. So they're taking them from hospital with a COVID infection, and they're taking them where? To a nursing care home and putting them all downstairs in rooms individually, from hospital to the care home where we've had no COVID, bear in mind. And they might infect the family of 1 or 2, but they're bringing them into a care home with over 100 people in. Are you listening and understanding what I'm saying? So they're hiring the rooms, which are normally £500 to £600 a week. How much are they charging from the rooms, sir? Oh, they're now charging £1,500 for the rooms per week because it's special care. There you go. Money making COVID scum. Not theory. Not, I've read it somewhere, it's a conspiracy theory. Oh my God, she's just made that up. I was there. Ask anyone who was there with me if they dare speak the truth. They won't, because they're all cowards, but I speak the truth. I watched the doctors sign fraudulent death certificates. They didn't die of COVID. That one died of an old age person. Why are you lying, doctor? I watched the doctors come in and lie. I watched the doctors scam. I watched Dr. Zombie pills come into the system. So all of the downstairs is now emergency care. People coming straight from hospital into the care home. All the people who are still not infected or squashed upstairs, inhumanely kept. Shameful situation they were living in. There was abuse in that care home like no other. I've seen it. They know it. It was reported. Nobody listened. I've got witnesses and carers who'll back me up on this. We were overworked, underpaid, and it was a disgrace what they did in that care home. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Some of the carers were the abusers. Yes, it was. All right, pizza face. Lying. Management. Bertley. 15 of them got sacked. Put on suspension, investigated, same company. Got away with it, did they? Why? Money, money, money. So, bear with me, I'm getting there. Whole of the downstairs is now emergency care. You can't go in without washing your hands. You've got to rub your hands because these people have got COVID alert, we're all going to die. So, upstairs, downstairs. 500 or 600 pound for the bedroom upstairs, squashed in inhumane, terrible conditions, or downstairs, 1,500 pound, and you've all got COVID. Bringing it into a care home that had no COVID. Government, answer the question. G7, what are you doing to your people? Because all the downstairs, and then what happened was, within 3 weeks, 16 people had died, and all the carers were off ill. There was only me and another carer who didn't get ill. Ask them. All dying. Oh my God. Catherine, you're not wearing your mask. No, because it doesn't exist. Who was the only one who didn't wear a mask, didn't use proper PPE, didn't wear gloves, and I fed everyone like this? How the hell am I meant to feed an Alzheimer's patient and talk to somebody who's got Alzheimer's disease like this if they can't understand me? He can't understand me when he's normal and I'm talking like this, let alone when I've got a mask on like this and I'm talking. You understand me if I'm talking to you like this? Nobody told me to put the mask on because they knew who I was. And I'm the only one of a very few who didn't get COVID. Why? Because it doesn't even exist. You're brainwashed. I never got COVID. And I was this close to elderly people every day. Some who died. Why didn't I get COVID? Because it doesn't exist. You're brainwashed. It's your television programs. Well, now it's time for me to tell my vision. Gov-fermented. You lied about COVID. This isn't a religious thing. It's not a spiritual thing. This is a humanitarian issue. Why am I in a sex trafficking house being held hostage and not being given the money that you owe me because you want to tell the people, G7, who I am? Because we're the new world leaders. This is the Great Awakening. And we're the G8. We work for the people, with the people, by the people. And you've lied to the people about everything. I want a DNA test and I want you to tell everybody who my father is. Go on. I want you to tell them what you're doing with remember Dolly the sheep, humanity? Where they cloned Dolly the sheep. They're doing that with human DNA. They've done it with my DNA. Get a DNA test on all the children that I actually am the mother to. They've stolen my DNA. Yes, they have. Yes, you have, government, don't lie. You've stolen my DNA and you've reproduced, and I've been, you've had surrogate mothers giving birth to my children that I know nothing about. Let's do some DNA tests and let's see who's lying, please. Get the lie detector in, get the lawyers in. I will see you all in court and the truth will be told. Because this is a scandalous scandal of a programme to kill and cull humanity because you don't think us humans are worth it, because you're trying to change us all into robots and live in fear and tag and bag us all. Go on, Elon Musk, explain what you're really doing. Go on. Bill Gates, what are you doing in Africa? Bill, what are you doing in Africa to the people in Africa? Why are you injecting those women? Why are you telling African women not to breastfeed but take this formula? It's a formula. The most natural thing in the world is for a mother to feed her child with breast milk. But you've made that a dirty sin and turned it into some sexually disgusting... That's what Satan does. He twists everything. There's a grain of truth in it, but then he twists it. Isn't that right? Man-made religious lies. The Bible's true in a way, but it's also twisted to fit the narrative. Who wrote the Bible? When was the Bible written? Pope, why are 13 chapters missing out of our Bible? Why have you hidden them in the Vatican vaults? What are you doing behind the scenes? Why are you God by day and devil by night? What are you worshipping? G7 summit in Cornwall. What were those red dancers about? Why are you lying, and why are you doing occultism right in front of our face? Answer the questions. Why is Hollywood singers and music industry brainwashing us and my children to do the WAP? Simple questions. That is not me being rude. That is not me being over-religious. That is not me being into a spirituality. That's not me being into religious. That is a humanitarian issue. Where are all these missing children going? Why have we got a humanitarian crisis down here of the sex trafficking trade hidden in plain sight right in front of your eyes? I was human trafficked from birth. I was sold at birth. I was given away at birth. My parents aren't my parents. My birth mother's a lie and not a lie. Why am I living a huge scam? Who is my parents? Where are my parents? And what the hell is going on in this world? Please explain that to your people, seeing as you're the government and in charge of things. Obviously, I mean, I know nothing. I would like those questions answered by somebody. Rishi Dishy, anything you want to say? I know you're working for a pittance for the government in the United Kingdom as the president, or the prime minister, as you call your title over here. £3,500 a day this man's making working for we the people. Yet me as a person, I'm getting £300 a month to live on. Yet I can't get that because I won't conform to your madness. So the government have now stopped my money because I refuse to. I'm not playing your games. I'm not joining in with your madness. You're mad. So because I won't conform to what they want me to do, humanity, what they're doing is they've stopped my money. They're starving me in here because I won't agree to doctor death. They're trying to get me locked up and say I'm mentally insane, or set me up for a crime of what? I'm a drug dealer and a pimp. Really? No, you're talking about yourself. It's a reflection of what you're doing. Sunday morning service at your service. Catherine, who is actually here to help humanity, not enslave them, not get people stuck. Nobody can stick you anywhere. You've stuck yourself. You need to unstuck yourself. Wake up to the truth of reality. Who's telling the truth? Go and investigate. Who told you the Bible? Where's the Bible from? Which God are you worshipping? Why are you in fear? And who told you that? Who's in charge of your government? Who's in charge of running the business of what's going on in here? Why are you so scared to speak the truth, everybody? Who's paying you to shut your mouth? Anyway, I'll leave that there. There's plenty of food for thought. But COVID, spelt backwards, means divok. It's a Hebrew word that means hex, cursed and jinned. You have cursed yourself. It's nothing to do with me and my witchcraft and my crazy ways. I'm not a witch. Oh, well, we all are, actually. Spellings. You're spelling yourself by your words of your mouth, your actions and your deeds. They've lied to you. They are using your human vessel, is your church, is your body. Body of Christ. It's within you. Nothing is without you. They've brainwashed you with consumerism, and you're all doing it for the love of money. Root of all evil. Welcome to Earth. The Great Awakening, waking up from the greatest illusion ever caused by man, which is, just like Scooby-Doo says, take the mask off. Who's the monster? The humans. That'll be you, government.